The first recorded laps, hot laps at every short track Super Series event in 2025, presented by Dirt Draft, the first grassroots racing fantasy sports website and app. On Dirt Draft, users pay a subscription of $5.99 per month or $59.99 annually for unlimited contests. Each contest is a salary draft with 5 drivers and a $100,000 salary cap. Sign up today and receive a free T-shirt. Learn more at dirtdraft.com. All right, the first group, again, the drivers drew for which heat race they would be in, and they're going to time against their own heat race to determine the starting lineup. So we will be having 4 heats tonight for the Bob Hilbert Sportswear Modifieds. First group out on the speedway is the United Pump and Tank 97T of Danny Tyler, the Breitenstein Motorsports Dix Golf Service Station 14 of Billy Pouch Jr., the Ace Materials Active Disposal 6 of Matty Ice Matt Stengel, the Blake Equipment number 6 is Jeff Quackenbush. Earl, looks like a nice little field of modifieds gathered in tonight here on the bull ring for the Berks County Brawl.
Jeff, I am so excited because, yes, I have been here to Action Track USA on multiple occasions, but this is the first time here as I get to witness the Short Track Super Series. I have seen it multiple times on FloRacing, and I am ready to go for a huge night of racing for the Berks County Brawl.
Well, tonight the drivers throughout all the hot lap sessions will be trying to become the ATL Fuel Cell Hot Lap Hero. The driver recording the fastest lap in Dirt Draft Hot Laps for each of the scheduled STSS modified events will receive a $100 cash bonus courtesy of Ramsey, New Jersey-based ATL Fuel Cells. Aerotech Laboratories and its ATL Fuel Cell division have been leading the way with the creation of crash-resistant flexible composite safety fuel cells since their inception in 1970. So the drivers are trying to become the ATL Fuel Cell Hot Lap Hero. Again, they're located in Ramsey, New Jersey. Visit them on the web at atlinc.com or give them a call at 201-825-1400. They're also on Facebook at ATL Racing Fuel Cells.
So these are going to be very quick timed Dirt Draft Hot Laps, as I will bring you the lap times as they are coming in as we speak. As the Sunoco checker flag waves over the first timed Dirt Draft Hot Lap. So right now, Matt Stengel in the 6S is going to be fastest overall with an 11.321, 11.321.
Second half of heat number 1 rolling out onto the speedway now, led by the Dave's Equipment Sales number 5, Jack Butler. Behind him, the Mancini Custom Homes number 7M, Paul Mancini. The Gridiron Services number 9L is Jimmy Leiby. Jimmy also sponsored by New York, New Jersey Trailer. The NB Roofing Extreme Mechanical number 53 is Mike Guler. Those are the 4 drivers here that'll be the second half of heat race number 1. Again, the drivers drew for which heat race they will be in. They are timing against their own heat race. We're splitting each heat into 2 groups, so there will be 8 cars in heat race number 1, et cetera, et cetera. So that was 4 cars, then 4 cars, that'll be heat number 1. So they're getting their warm-ups timed to determine the starting lineup. So the drivers are participating in Dirt Draft Hot Laps right now, and they are trying to become the ATL Fuel Cell Modified Hot Lap Hero. The fastest out of all the hot laps will get that $100 bonus from ATL Racing Fuel Cells on the web at atl.com, atlinc.com, or 201-825-1400. Earl, so we'll see. Matty Ice has set the standard so far.
Chief starter here at Action Track USA, Michael Fry, waving the green flag. This would be Group number B for heat race number 1. Once again, chasing Matt Stengel as he is fastest overall in time Dirt Draft Hot Laps. Right now, Mike Guler is going to be second quick at 11.490, 11.490. See if the track gets any quicker here as they're still chasing Matt Stengel. And the 7M of Paul Mancini third quick. So right there, Matty Ice, Matt Stangl is going to be fastest overall and fastest in that group with an 11.321.
All right, heat number 2, first half coming out the Numidia Dragway. Taylor Recycling 33 out of Lake Ariel. Driver that Action Track fans should know very well. He ran 600s here for many years. That is the Edge, Eddie Strada. Behind him in the Sweetwater Marina, number 9, Joe Toth. Also out there is the Tire Discount Center's number 4, Swift Springs entry of Anthony Perego. And we also have out there the Herlock Auto and Speed, Gibbons Produce, Gibblehouse Family, Westmoreland Golf Club, number 9S, Super Matt Shepard. Matt, the defending High Torque of New York North Region point champion on the Short Track Super Series. It's been a while since we had a Short Track Super Series race. Earl, we had a beautiful March with a couple of events in the record book. We got Port Royal in, and we got Bridgeport Motorsports Park in, and then the weatherman decided to turn ugly on us through April and May.
Yeah, I don't even want to talk about the weatherman. They are not race fans, appears this season. Neither is Mother Nature, as I'm just coming off of the heels of the Bob Weichert Memorial at the Port Royal Speedway, and we were dealing with Mother Nature all weekend long, except for the big $100,000 to win Weichert last night, which Aaron Reitzel was able to take home that money. But that's enough about sprint cars for me, as once again, we are going to wind them up and turn them loose. This is Group A for heat race number 2.
Hey, don't forget, every 2025 Bob Hilbert Sportswear Short Track Super Series fueled by Sunoco event broadcast live on FloRacing. Dirt Track Digest TV remains on board to handle the production of every event, the same great quality you are accustomed to. Visit FloRacing.com to sign up today, and one annual payment of $150 gives you access to the Short Track Super Series. All right, we're under green. 2A, heat race number 2, the first half under the clock. Looks like Eddie Strada, the regular at the Grandview Speedway, having some problems here. He got the car to the starting line, but it did not fire when he wanted to pull out on the racetrack.
So Matt Shepard is going to be the first one across the line. He sets the pace at 11.341, 11.341. Second quick right now, you're going to have the 4-star of Brian Herthler, and then the number 9 of Joe Toth. So right now, Matt Shepard fastest in this group. Anthony Perego also out there, but still Matt Shepard at the top of the board with an 11.341.
All right, second half of heat number 2 will find the Alpine Truck Repair, number 4-star Brian Herthler. Also sponsored by NB Roofing. The Stroberite Roofing, Izzy Trucking and Rigging, Ellery's Restaurant, Camp Out Incorporated 26, the defending champion at New Egypt. That is Ryan Godown. Also out there, the defending champion at Fonda Speedway and our Short Track Super Series New Jersey Quality Drywall South Region champion, Alex Jankowski in the Millman's Napa Auto Parts number 84Y. He's out of Covington Township, Pennsylvania. And also out there, the Mancini Custom Homes Worthington Equipment, number 13 out of Vineland, New Jersey, Anthony Tramontana. Anthony, a versatile young driver. He'd run 600 micro sprints. He's been here on numerous occasions and also runs modifieds on Saturday night.
So just keeping things in perspective for you right now, Matt Stangl is fastest overall so far in Dirt Draft Hot Laps with an 11.321. Shepard second quick overall with an 11.341. As it's great to have the Bob Hilbert Sportswear Short Track Super Series back on the bull ring here at Action Track USA. Right now, Alex Jankowski, he is going to be fastest overall with an 11.218. As the yellow flag comes out, that will complete this group of Dirt Draft High Laps. But we got a new driver on top of the pylon. That's going to be the 84Y of Alex Jankowski. He's fastest overall. His best lap time was an 11.218, 11.218.
All right, that completes heat group number 2. All right, heat number 3, first half coming out on the speedway. Driving in the Danny's Pizza Pizzazz, number 51, also sponsored by Stella Farms, that's Ryan Cratchin. Behind him in the number 70A, he's out of Canandaigua, New York, the Ohio Logistics English Construction 70A of Alex Payne. Also out there in the short load ready mix concrete 73, he was a showstopper here last year, that's Paulie Hartwig III. And driving the B&T Tools, Husqvarna Fish Equipment, number 112, out of Lambertville, New Jersey, that is Cale Ross. Don't forget our official tires, American Racer, known for their quality, durability, repeatability, and value. American Racer boasting a tradition of craftsmanship and innovation dating back to 1915. American Racer, race, win, repeat. Visit the official American Racer website at AmericanRacerOnline.com.
So see if anyone can bump Alex Yankowski, as right now he is in line to take home the ATL Fuel Cells Modified Hot Lap Hero Award. So once again, Yankowski setting a blistering lap around the Action Track USA at 11.218. As right now, Alex Payne is going to be fastest in this group, but the track is getting faster as Cale Ross to the top here in this group at 11.228, 11.228 by car number 112 of Cale Ross. He is fastest so far in this group.
The official tires, we mentioned American Racer, the official fuel, Sunoco, the largest manufacturer of racing gasolines in the world. Sunoco Race Fuels has a 40-year track record of winning performances with an expanded product line. Sunoco offering drivers more choices than ever before. Learn more at SunocoRaceFuels.com. Sunoco Race Fuels proud to present the Short Track Super Series Start and Restart Zone and the Checkered Flag. Second half of heat race number 3, Cole Stengel in the quality drywall, number 20C. On the speedway, driving the Chris Manwiller Trucking, Ronnie Falk Paving, DNS Retriever 77, Kyle Smith out of Fleetwood, local racer from Grandview. Also out there, the Grasso Homes, number 32, former Norwegian champion, that is Brandon Grasso. And driving in the Craig and Leslie Pontius CNS Equipment, short load concrete, number 6, Danny Buck. He's out of Pipersville, Pennsylvania. All right, that's the second half of heat race number 3. Danny Buck actually will be part of heat number 4, so he came out a little too early. Again, thanks for being here tonight. Barry will tell you a bunch of stuff. If you're not familiar with Action Track USA, where to go, concession stands, and so forth. But we thank you for being here. Don't forget the Short Track Super Series apparel is available outside at the main entrance. Don't be left out. Get yours before it's gone here in the early part of the season.
So here we go. Green flag back out for dirt draft time. The hot laps. Once again, everyone's chasing Alex Yankowski, as Yankowski is fastest overall. As with all the rain we have received here in the Central PA pretty much over the last 3 weeks, this track is absolutely in tremendous shape for it being the season opener here at Action Track USA. As Cole Stengel on the 20C will be fastest in that group, third overall. So still Yankowski at the top of the board.
No surprise there. Cole Stengel's a regular here and a feature winner last year in the Speedsters. All right, here we go with the second half, actually the first half of Heat 4, correct? Heat number 4 coming out, first half, the 6, Danny Buck, the Craig and Leslie Pontius, CNS Equipment, Shanks Carpentry, number 6. Also out there, the Killer Crate Racing Products, Godgart Motorsports, number 97 out of East Greenbush, New York. That's the capital district of New York. That's Bobby Hackle IV, or Bobby Hackle IV, if you will. Driving in the Floor Machine and Tool and Gibblehouse Family, sponsored. Tromp Electrical Equipment Repair 16, that is Loudon Reimert. And also out there, that is the only 3 that are out there. Okay, that's this half of heat race number. Here we go, one more is coming out, needs a push start. The Prime Design Landscapes, number 27 of Tanner Van Doren. Also sponsored by R.G. Hoffman Electric. The series title sponsor for the Short Track Super Series is Bob Hilbert Sportswear, boasting more than a half century of providing the finest in screen printed and embroidered apparel. Based in Boyertown, Pennsylvania, Bob Hilbert Sportswear, specializing in the racing industry along with schools, commercial, and corporate work. Their fundraising option is a great program for organizations and companies to raise awareness and funds. Check Bob Hilbert Sportswear out on the web at bobhilbert.com or do some shopping at the online store at bobhilbertshop.com. Bob Hilbert Sportswear, the series title sponsor. Sunoco, the official fuel. American Racer is the official tire. Drivers will be trying to reach Bicknell Racing Products Victory Lane tonight when the checkered flag drops at every STSS event in 2025. Drivers will celebrate at Bicknell Racing Products Victory Lane. Bicknell Racing Products has more than 40 years of experience. The St. Catharines chassis manufacturer has developed into the industry leader with state-of-the-art equipment and facilities in St. Catharines, Ontario, Canada, and Niagara Falls, New York. Visit BicknellRacingProducts.com, like Bicknell Racing Products on Facebook, or follow at Bicknell Racing on X, or at Bicknell_Racing_products on Instagram. Drivers will be looking to get to Bicknell Racing Products Victory Lane tonight.
So we are going to wind them up and turn them loose one more time. As once again, Alex Jankowski is fastest overall with an 11.218, right? He's looking to take home the ATL Fuel Cells Modified Hot Lap Hero Award. As we are still in the mid 11-second bracket, as checker flag already waving for this group. As Loudon Reimer. We have a new name at the top of the pylon there, Jeff. Loudon Reimer, an 11.176. 11.176 for Loudon Reimer.
All right, second half of Heat 4. These are the final guys that are going to try and knock him off the top spot. We have local driver out of Boyertown, the Ronnie's Auto Repair. Stringer's Collision, Bob Hilbert Sportswear, CTC Construction number 4M, Logan Watt. Logan, the defending sportsman champion at Grandview Speedway, now in the modified division. The Northeastern Office Equipment, Pollock Farms number 6D, recent Bridgeport Motorsports Park winner, Dylan Stoyer behind him. Making a move to the modifieds this year at Grandview, he is in the U.S. Electrical Services, Creative Products Lawn Care number 14, Logan Bauman. Your final hot laps. Dirt Draft Hot Laps here for the Mighty Modifieds, trying to become the ATL Fuel Cell Hot Lap hero.
Drivers are chasing Loudon Reimer right now as he is fastest overall here in time Dirt Draft Hot Laps. As time starting to come in. Don't forget you can download the My Race Pass app to follow all season long with the Bob Hilbert Sportswear Short Track Super Series with live timing and scoring. So that's going to wrap up time Dirt Draft Hot Laps, looks like.
He missed his thing, though. Why is the 33 coming?
And that's going to wrap up time Dirt Draft Hot Laps as Loudon Reimer is going to be taking home the ATL Fuel Cells Modified Hot Lap Hero Award. He was fastest overall with an 11.176. 11.176.
All right, so Loudon Reimer is our ATL Fuel Cell Hot Lap hero. Dirt Draft Hot Laps are completed. Penske Racing Shock's opening ceremonies are coming up before the official green flag of the night. Penske Racing Shocks opening ceremonies will be coming up. Penske Racing Shocks, the industry leader in providing high-quality racing shocks for automotive vehicles, motorcycles, and off-road vehicles. Every single shock billet machine and hand-built. No assembly lines, no stamped-out pieces, no offshore manufacturing. The personalized attention provided to every product sold provides the finest reliability, consistency, and performance. Learn more on the web at PenskeShocks.com or like Penske Racing Shocks on Facebook. All right, dirt draft hot laps completed. Penske Racing Shock opening ceremonies coming up. We're going to step aside for a commercial break. You're watching the Bob Blooper Sports Bear Short Track Super Series fueled by Sunoco from Action Track USA in Kutztown, Pennsylvania.
Check, 1, 2. Well, ladies and gentlemen, again, as we prepare for opening ceremonies tonight, want to welcome everybody to the season opener here at Action Track USA. Awesome night of racing in store. The Modifieds already proving they are ready to do battle, and our 600 sprints on the card as well. We do want to thank Greg Sarangoulis and the good folks at GMI First for presenting tonight's event. At GMI First, they design, build, install, and service major mechanical systems for your building. Those major mechanical systems include electrical, plumbing, and HVAC, and they even do fire sprinkler systems. GMI First is also very unique in offering this one-stop shopping approach. GMI First provides unmatched quality and workmanship because they employ fully licensed and insured electricians, plumbers, and HVAC installers. So for your mechanical system needs, they do residential and commercial. Check them out. Best way to get information on the World Wide Web at gmifirst.com. Greg has been a supporter of local racing in this area for many, many years, and we thank him and GMI First for their involvement as presenting sponsor here tonight. They are local, located their headquarters on Buttonwood Street in Reading.
All right, welcome back, everyone, to the Berks County Brawl here at Action Track USA. Loudon Reimert is tonight's ATL Fuel Cell Hot Lap hero. Earl Hoon Jr. is going to get a quick word with him before we get into tonight's opening ceremonies. So Earl's down front with Loudon, one of our local drivers. Runs some short track Super Series events, but not all of them. He does some of the South Region races. So if Earl's ready down front, we'll send it down to Earl.
Thank you, Jeff. Right now, give him a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Loudon Reimert, fastest overall in short track Super Series big block modifieds, buddy. And that always has to feel good when you know you're fast right out of the box.
Yeah, I felt good, but, I don't really go out and set quick time that often. So, I'm happy to be here. I'm happy we got speed and got to see what the rest of the night brings.
Now, Action Track USA is probably one of the tighter racetracks that we race on all year long. So what's it going to take to get the job done here tonight?
Elbows up. You're going to have to be on at every lap. Like you said, it's a 5th mile. Everyone's going to be bumper to bumper and rub rail to rub rail. So just got to be up on the wheel for 50 laps if I can make it through the heat and see what happens.
Congratulations on setting fast time here tonight.
Yeah, thank you. I just got to thank Doug Floor, my car owner. We put a new power plant in recently. It runs great. And Carol Hine, Wide Open Technology for the carburetor he lent me. We were having some problems, but he got me fixed right up.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, give Loudon Reimer another round of applause as he is tonight's ATL Fuel Cells Hot Lap hero. At this time, we'll send it back up top to Jeff Ollum.
All right, thanks, Earl. Track crew finishing up here. Hey, some more of our great sponsors. We mentioned Bicknell Racing Products, Victory Lane, Barron's Performance Warehouse, sponsoring the White Flag 1 to go. Before they reach Bicknell Racing Products, Victory Lane, drivers take the Barron's Performance Warehouse White Flag on all STSS modified events. Barron's Performance Warehouse, founded by Harry Barron in 1972 as Barron's Speed Center, a general speed and tire shop aimed at the general automotive market. In 1982, the decision was made to focus on the parts and service market and leave behind Harry's career as a driver. The Speed Center is going to be a nationally known leader in the automotive racing industry. Barron's Performance Warehouse, located on Meadow Road, Florida, New York, can be found on the web at barrons.com or by phone at 845-651-7389. We'd hope we don't have to see it too much, but the caution flag is presented by SRI Performance. The caution flag at all short track Super Series events presented by SRI Performance in Mooresville, North Carolina, the leader in new and used race car parts. SRI Performance is a recognized NASCAR competition partner. SRI Performance is a part of the larger SRI group, which encompasses stock car steel and aluminum, SRI Dirt and Drag, as well as SRI Indianapolis. Learn more on the web at sriperformance.com. Drivers who make the top qualifying spots tonight will go to the BA Custom Headers redraw. After the conclusion of heat races, top qualifiers take part in the BA Custom Headers redraw with more than 25 years in the header fabrication business. BA Custom Headers of Genoa, New York can customize your power curve for a broader range of power. Each header or exhaust setup has been tried and tested and chosen by top modified and late model teams across the country. BA Performance Headers on the web at baheaders.com or on Facebook at BA Headers and Instagram at BA Headers. Algonquin Motel sponsoring the modified lap down go around. The first driver off the lead lap at the time of every caution in the feature receives the lap down go around courtesy of Algonquin Motel, Bainbridge, New York. They're on the web at algonquinmotel.com to learn more. Thanks again to our modified South Region title sponsor, New Jersey Quality Drywall, owned and operated by former modified driver Dave Whitty. New Jersey Quality Drywall, founded in 1980 and incorporated nearly a quarter century ago in 1999. New Jersey Quality Drywall, servicing the tri-state New Jersey, Pennsylvania, New York area and beyond with residential and commercial work. Residential capabilities include furnishing and installing drywall from single-family homes to large developments. Their commercial work includes steel framing, insulation, drywall, acoustic ceilings, and commercial fit-outs. New Jersey Quality Drywall can be reached by phone at 908-835-1880. That's 908-835-1880 or 908-303-9040 or whittygroup@gmail.com. Thanks again to our modified South Region title sponsor, New Jersey Quality Drywall. And again, our modified North Region sponsor is High Torque of New York. Our sportsman sponsors, Belmont's Garage South Region, Madsen Overhead Door North Region. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like the track crew has completed their work assignment here. So we're just about ready to get into tonight's action at Action Track USA. Are you ready for a brawl? Tonight, one of the season's most highly anticipated modified events taking place right here in Kutztown, Pennsylvania with the third annual Berks County Brawl at Action Track USA. A unique format, an elbows-up track. You'll only need the edge of your seat for round 3 of the New Jersey Quality Drywall South Region. On behalf of Action Track USA and the Short Track Super Series, we thank you all for attending in person or watching live on FloRacing. We hope you enjoy the show. We'll go down front to Barry Angstad, track announcer here at Action Track for our opening ceremonies.
Thank you very much, Jeff. And again, a good evening and welcome, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. It's finally time to go racing at Action Track USA. And I know all of you are as pumped up as we are, and we've got a great show in store. To begin, All of those who are able, please rise. Thank you for removing your caps. We will begin tonight's opening ceremony with our invocation. To give the invocation, please welcome Racing with Jesus, Chuck Zeckman.
Thanks, Barry. Let's bow our heads. Heavenly Father, Lord, we're so thankful that we could be back tonight here at the Action Track USA, Lord. Thank you for the beautiful weather. Thank you for all the cars that could come out. Thank you for the fans. We just pray your blessing of safety over everyone tonight, be they in the stands, Lord, or in the pits, or on the track, Lord. May you be glorified. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Thank you, Chuck. And now, as the race cars fire, tonight, Ryan Stevens, the lead guitarist for the Matty Pearl Band, will be performing our national anthem. You can check out the Matty Pearl Band at mattypearlband.com. And we're pleased to announce the Matty Pearl Band will be here performing live at intermission at our event on June 11th. Ryan Stevens to do the national anthem. Ryan Stevens, everybody. How about a nice round of applause? And we are ready to go modified heat racing with the Short Track Super Series here at Action Track USA. We'll send it back upstairs to Jeff Allum and Earl Hoon.
Thank you, Barry. As you can see, the Bob Hilbert Sportswear Short Track Super Series Modified's about to roll trackside. This is how heat race number 1 is going to go to the post. Starting on the pole from New Gretna, New Jersey, in car number 7M, it's going to be Paul Mancini. Alongside him from Harleysville in the 53G, it's Mike Guler.
Second row to the inside, driving the Ace Materials number 6. From the Shannock Station, that's Matty Icemat Stangle. Alongside of him out of Frenchtown, New Jersey, to Breitenstein Motorsports 14 of Billy Pouch Jr.
Third row to the inside from Phillipsburg, New Jersey. In car number 5, it's Jack Butler. And rolling off 6 from West Milford, New Jersey in the 9L, it's Jimmy Leiby.
Row 4 to the inside, the Blake Equipment, Quackenbush Water, number 53, Jeff Quackenbush, and alongside of him, driving in the 97T, that's the United Pump and Tank entry out of Cottikill, New York, that's Danny Tyler. Danny, a former Accord Speedway champion.
On back, you go to the 20-lap B. Top 3 to the redraw, top 4 to the A, top 4 at that Sunoco start point.
So the field being told that we are going to go green this time by at the Sunoco start zone in turn number 4. Race fans, are you ready?
4 will qualify. 3 will go to the redraw. Here they come.
Paul Mancini will lead the thundering herd in the corners number 1 and 2 and lead them down the back stretch. They are there side by side momentarily for the runner-up spot.
Here they come out of the turn. Mike Gooler's on the inside of Mancini down the straightaway. He'll make the move and grab the lead. Now Stengel trying to make the move on Mancini.
Stengel looks to the inside, side by side in corners number 3 and 4. Nothing there yet. As this time by, 2 laps are into the book. That top side is starting to come in. Look at the 97 Tia Danny Taylor.
Into the turn. Oh, 3 cars under a blanket. Pouch, Tyler, and Butler battling for that 4th and final qualifying spot heading into the turn.
This is what it's all about. When the Bob Hilbert Sportswear Short Track Super Series comes to the action track, these races are always action-packed. It's still Paul Mancini leading the way. He has a 5-car length lead.
Heading into the turn now, Tyler to the outside of Pouch Jr. Can't get him. Here comes Butler. It's Stengel, Pouch Jr., Tyler, and Butler in a heated battle for that last couple of qualifying positions.
Remember, the top 4 cars move into tonight's main event, and there goes Billy Pouch Jr. He's up in the 3rd.
Pouch Jr. getting out of the hot seat now, putting Matty Ice in the hot seat down the back straightaway. Stengel in defensive mode right now. Tyler putting the pressure on him. Tyler, one of the top short track drivers, being the champion at Ackworth Speedway a couple of times, pressuring Stengel down the backstretch.
This time by, we got 2 more laps to go. The 97 of Tyler trying to bring that top side in.
Working into the turn, Mike Gooler's got a comfortable lead right now. White flag, the Barron's Performance Warehouse white flag. 1 lap to go for Gooler down the back.
The 53G of Mike Gooler off of 4 will see the Sunoco checker flags. He wins heat race number 1 over the 7M of Paul Mancini, finishing 3rd. Billy Pouch Jr. in the 14P, and then Matt Stengel goes into that 4th and final transfer spot.
So how about that? Mike Gooler picking up the heat race win here tonight in the opening qualifying heat race here in the Berks County Brawl. Heat 2 ready to go to the post this way. Pole position out of Walden, New York in the Tire Discount Center. Swift Springs, Kaiser Aluminum Wheels. Number 4, Anthony Perego. And alongside of him, the defending champion on the Short Track Super Series High Torque of New York North Region. Driving out of Savannah, New York, the 9S will be Matt Shepard. Second row to the inside, the defending New Jersey Quality Drywall South Region Modified Champion, driving in the Mills Napa Auto Parts number 84Y out of Covington Township, Alex Jankowski. And alongside of him, the defending New Egypt champion, driving in the Ellery's Restaurant, Izzy Rigging and Trucking, Strawberry Roofing, number 26, Ryan Godown. Row 3 to the inside, driving the Sweetwater Marina, number 9, Joe Toth out of Upper Makefield, Pennsylvania. Alongside of him, the Mancini Custom Homes, Worthington Equipment, number 13, out of Vineland, New Jersey. The 13T is Anthony Tramontana. 4th and final row to the inside out of Green Lane, Pennsylvania. Driving in the Alpine Truck Repair, MB Roofing, number 4 star from Green Lane, Brian Hertler in the final starting spot out of Lake Ariel, Pennsylvania. Driving in the Taylor Recycling, Immediate Dragway, number 33. That is Edge Eddie Strada.
So the caution lights are out. We go green this time by when the field reaches the Sunoco start zone there in corner number 4. Anthony Perego, Matt Shepard, your front row. Here we go. Heat race number 2 is underway.
Green is out. Perego and Shepard will lead him into turn number 1. And Shepard from the outside lane will grab the lead down the back straightaway. Go down next to line with Jankowski.
Shepard will lead lap number 1. We'll look for the battle for 3rd. Cars leaning on each other. Alex Jankowski looks to the inside, but the caution flag is out. Looks like that's going to be the number 9 of Joe Toth, bringing out the SRI Performance caution flag.
So Joe Toth, he has in his career been a multi-time Short Track Super Series sportsman champion. Both Belmont's Garage South Region and Madison Overhead Door North Region sportsman champion as Joe Toth. So the SRI Performance caution flag waving for the first time tonight. All right, we get the white flag. We'll go next time around. Heat number 2 of 4 for the Short Track Super Series New Jersey Quality Drywall South Region Modifieds. Don't forget, we've got 5 Hyper Racing 600 heats lined up and 3 B mains tonight. What a turnout for opening night for the 600s.
Heat race number 2 back underway. Anthony Perego looks to the outside, almost 3 wide for the top spot. Now Perego takes the top spot away from Shepard. They're side by side behind him. We got a car spinning. Their SRI performance caution flag waves. That's going to be the 33 of Eddie Strada facing the wrong direction in the middle of turns 3 and 4.
Yes, indeed. Eddie Strada, so many laps he has had here. Of course, if you're wondering here at Action Track where Eddie's been lately, he's now a modified driver. He runs here and there around the area, but he runs weekly at Grandview on Saturday nights. But he is a former champion here in the 600s, and he has had many, many, many laps here in 600 competition. But you know, Earl, the intensity has risen in this heat. Champion. There's so many champions in this heat race. I mean, Shepard has been champion of multiple speedways as well as his multiple STSS championships. Anthony Perego, Orange County champion, Accord champion in his career. Ryan Godown, Bridgeport champ, New Egypt champ, Georgetown champ in his career. You know, Alex Jankowski got his first modified championship at Fonda, STSS champion last year. You know, Brian Herthler's been a sportsman champ at Grandview. Joe Toth, we mentioned about him. Eddie Strada. Anthony Tramontana is one of the up-and-comers, so this one is loaded for bear, as they say.
So here we go. Pace quickens once more. And that's a good restart by Matt Shepard, as Shepard will take the lead off of corner number 1 and 2. Perego looks to the inside. Alex Jankowski up in the third. Alex Jankowski up high off of 4. Got the momentum. He'll peek to the inside. That's a great battle for second, third, and fourth.
Wow, Tramontana didn't have a good corner, and Strada gained about 3 spots, but now Tramontana gains one back. Meanwhile, Shepard leads the way. Watch that wild action at the back of the pack here. Meanwhile, the top 4 broken free from the rest of the group.
Yep, top 4 cars breaks away from the group. It's still all Matt Shepard up front, still in second. The 4P of Anthony Perego, Alex Jankowski in 84 wide third. Ryan go down in fourth. Remember, the top 4 finishers out of these heat race moves into the Berks County Brawl.
Shepard leading Perego second, Jankowski third. Godown is in fourth spot. Tramontana trying to recover from that one corner where he washed up the racetrack. He regained a couple of the spots he lost. He's going in. Oh, Godown having trouble in turn 4. The car hopped across the track on him, and Tramontana's right there.
Tramontana starting to track in. Ryan Godown. Are we going to have a battle in the closing stages for that 4th and final transfer spot? They see the Twin Six just 2 more times around. Matt Shepard has about a 5-car length lead over Anthony Perego, who's in second.
Charging into the turn down the back straightaway. Shepard now with a small but comfortable lead over Perego. The Barron's Performance Warehouse white flag waves. 1 lap to go for Matt Shepard heading down the back straightaway. Shepard, Perego, Jankowski coming to the Sunoco checker.
Shepard will win heat race number 2, finishing second. You have Anthony Perego, Alex Jankowski third, and Ryan Godown comes home in that 4th and final transfer spot. Then finishing 5th, you have Anthony Tramontana, 6th, Eddie Strada, 7th, Joe Toth, and Brian Herthler finishing 8th.
Heat race number 3 for the New Jersey Quality Drywall South Region Modifieds lining up this way. Pole position in the New Jersey Quality Drywall 20C will be Cole Stengel from the Shattuck Station, New Jersey. Alongside of him out of Canandaigua, New York, he drives in the English Construction Ohio Logistics number 78, Alex Payne. Second row to the inside, the B&T Tools. Bish Equipment, Husqvarna number 112 from Laborville, Cale Roche. Alongside of him, the Charlotte Ready Mix Concrete 73 out of Galloway, New Jersey. Paulie Hartwig the third. Third row to the inside out of Montgomery, New Jersey. Driving the Grosso Homes, Yaros Paving 32 will be Brandon Grosso. And alongside of him out of Fleetwood, Pennsylvania, the DNS Retrievers, Ronnie Folk Paving 77 is Kyle Smith. Final starting spot out of the Shattuck Station, New Jersey. Driving the BK Trucking, Danny's Pizza Pizzazz. Stella Farms number 51. He's out of the Shattuck Station. That is Ryan Krachin.
So lineup is good. We will once again go green flag racing at the Sunoco start zone in turn 4. A little bit of contact there on the start. Cole Stengel leads them into turns number 1 and 2. Alex Payne will be in that second spot. Payne peeks to the inside, side by side off of corner number 4.
Whoa.
Payne moves Stengel up the track, and now Alex Payne will lead lap number 1.
Yeah, Payne got under Stengel and took him right up to the wall, grabbed the lead down the back. Now we got Cale Ross in third. Right behind him, Paulie Hartwig. Whoa, Hartwig hops through the third turn over there. Here comes Grasso, Creighton, and Kyle Smith next in line.
Brandon Grasso applying pressure to Paulie Hartwig. Hartwig got tight off the turn. Now Grasso will move into that fourth and final transfer spot.
Grasso now fourth, Hartwig right behind him. Remember last year Hartwig had that spirited drive in the last chance qualifier and took the last starting spot in the feature. Here comes Hartwig battling Grasso, followed by Creighton and Kyle Smith. Whoa, Creighton catches a tire. He saves it. Hartwig now going for broke on Grasso.
Paulie Hartwig has found something, working the top side of the racetrack. As now, as I said, that he'll work the bottom there in turns number 1 and 2. But he's still within striking distance of Brandon Grasso. That is the driver that's in that fourth and final transfer spot. But Grasso also closing in on the third place car of Cale Ross.
Down the back straightaway now, Alex Payne, the young man out of Canandaigua, New York, and the English Construction 78 leading the way. Down the straightaway over Cole Stengel. Cole, a young man out of Neshannock Station, New Jersey. Track regular here in the Speedster Division, also a modified regular at Bridgeport Motorsports Park. Cale Ross behind him. Here comes Grasso. He's running in fourth, going for third.
Grasso looking to take that third spot away down the back straightaway from Ross. He will do that. The Barron's Performance white flag is out. Final time around. Alex Payne has a 3.2 second lead. He'll make his way into turn number 4 for the final time.
The Sunoco checker flag will drop for Alex Payne. Runner-up will go to Cole Stengel. Third will be Grasso, and fourth will be Cale Ross. So the 78 Alex Payne, your winner. The 20C Cole Stengel second. Third, the 32 of Brandon Grasso, and fourth, the 112 Cale Ross. They go to the A main, which will start 18 cars tonight. Here's your lineup for heat number 4. Pole position out of Schnecksville, Pennsylvania. The R.G. Hoffman Electric Prime Design Landscapes 27 will be Tanner Van Doren. Alongside of him out of East Greenville, New York. Driving the Killer Crate Racing products, Gotgard Motorsports number 97 will be Bobby Hackle the fourth. Second row to the inside out of Ole, Pennsylvania. Driving in the floor machine and tool, top electrical equipment repair, Gibblehouse Foundland number 16 is Loudon Reimert. And alongside of him, the Craig and Leslie Pontius CNS Equipment. Shanks Carpentry, Charlotte Ready Mix Concrete number 6 is Danny Buck. Fourth row, make that third row to the inside out of Boyertown, Pennsylvania, the Ronnie's Auto Repair. Ivy Settlement Group, Stringer's Collision Center, number 4M. Pioneer Pole Buildings also sponsoring Logan Watt, and alongside of him out of Bohemia, New York, feature winner last week at Bridgeport Motorsports Park, driving in the Northeastern Office Equipment. Pollock Farm 6D, Dylan Stoyer, the final starting spot. Grandview regular, modified rookie this year in the U.S. Electrical Services. Creative Products Lawn Care, number 14. From Bechtelsville, Logan Bauman. 7 cars will go 10 laps. We'll take 4 to our 50-lap Berks County Brawl main event tonight. Heat number 4. Hyper Racing 600s are next.
Final heat race for the Bob Hilbert Sportswear Short Track Super Series gets the green flag side by side in the corners number 1 and 2. Bobby Hackle is going to lead the field back on the 3. He'll miss the lip there just ever so slightly. Alex Payne is there in second. Excuse me, that's going to be Tanner Van Doren.
Out of the corner now, we got a 3-car battle for that 4th spot. Reimer, then we got Stoyer, followed by Watt, then Logan Bauman down the straightaway. Up front now, Tanner Van Doren putting the pressure on Bobby Hackle.
Loudon Reimer was tonight's ATL Fuel Cells Hot Lap Hero Award. He's still running in that final transfer spot, trying to find a way to get around Danny Buck. There's still nose to tail down the backstretch.
Yeah, we inverted 4 from the timed hot laps. The 4 fastest cars in each hot lap group were inverted, so the fastest timer in each group went to 4th starting spot. That's where Loudon Reimer is right now, trying to advance past Danny Buck. Oh, Tanner Van Doren is in the infield. Look out. Heads up.
Whoa, things out real close at the start-finish line. Now Van Doren, they'll
hits
park
the
it
tire
there in turn 2.
Oh, man, he did a great job to save it. Coming out of 4, but went into turn 1 and clipped the equipment tire and spun out. He corrected one mistake but could not correct the second one, and TVD loops it while running in a qualifying spot and a redraw spot, Earl.
So now, with 5 laps in the book, he's going to really have to find something to try to make it into the top 4. Lineup is good. We come back to green this time by.
All right. So we got Hackle and Buck in row number 1. Then we got Reimert and Stoyer now in the top 4 spots. Then Watt, Bauman, and Tanner Van Doren. Here they come.
Danny Buck has a great start in that car, number 6, looking up high. Found some bite on the cushion. Still side by side for the lead. Look at Bobby Hackle down low, coming off of corner number 4. Who's going to lead him? Your new leader is going to be Danny Buck.
Yeah, Buck grabs the lead from the outside lane. Now we've got the 14 of Logan Bauman getting comfortable here. He's on the outside battling Logan Watt, trying to get around Loudon Reimer.
Don't count out Tanner Van Dorn. Yeah, he might be running in that 6th position right now, but he's still trying to plow his way up front. Looks down low. He has that position. Tanner Van Dorn will make that pass on Logan Bauman and move up to 6th.
Danny Buck continuing to set the pace now. The Bears Performance Warehouse white flag waves. 1 lap to go for Buck, followed by the 97 of Hackle, the 6 of Stoyer as they work down the back straightaway for the final lap in heat number 4.
Off of corner number 4, Danny Buck will see the Sunoco checker flag win the final heat race for the Short Track Super Series. Finishing second, give it to Bobby Hackle in 97. Third will be the 60 of Dylan Stoyer, and Loudon Reimer in the 16 finishes in that 4th and final transfer spot. In 5th will be the 4M of Logan Watt. 6th, the 27 Tanner Van Dorn, and 7th, the 14 of Logan Bauman.
All right, heat race action completed for the Mighty Modifieds. The Hyper Racing 600s are ready to go to the post. Barry Engstad sliding into position here. We'd like to say thanks once to some more of our sponsors. Our presenting marketing partners, Dig Race Products. Since 2016, Dig Race Products focus solely on Northeast Dirt modified shocks and suspension tuning. Located centrally in New York State, Dig is the industry leader in trackside shock and setup support. The hands-on at-the-track approach is what leads the design and development and delivering the highest quality shock absorbers to the dirt oval track market. Take your program to the next level and feel the difference on Dig. Learn more at 607-218-6282. Info at digraceproducts.com or like Dig Race Products on Facebook or Instagram. Looks like they're going to take a couple of laps to roll the track in. St. Lawrence Radiology, led by Dr. Michael Maresca. St. Lawrence Radiology Associates providing radiology services throughout New York, Pennsylvania, and Maine. We'll mention some more when we get a time. Barry, catch our breath after those wild modified heats. And now, 5 heats for the Hyper 600s tonight. What is opening night? Hard to believe. After Memorial Day, we're just opening Action Track USA.
It's sad but true, Jeff. And we've suffered like a lot of other racetracks have suffered here in the early going of this racing season. Yep, those modified heats were wild. They were exciting. And we're going to keep that momentum going right here with the 600s. Heat race number 1 on the pole, driving car number 4. That's Double R Ryan Rochelle. The 24W Zach Weisenflew, recent winner at Greenwood Valley, will start second. Scheduled to go third. We understand he pulled off homegrown Kutztown's own Jared Kunkel in the 75K. The 22 of Chase Weir will start fourth. And going fifth, he's doing double duty tonight, driving the 4H, Anthony Perego. The 86B, the Rockaway Rocket, is Danny Buckafuska. He'll go sixth. And in seventh, out of Shoemakersville, the 54, Dakota Bartlett. Driving the 22M, Luke McCloskey will start eighth. Going ninth, the 76, JT Bierman. And 10th in the 65Z, Jake Fisher. Four will qualify out of each of these 600 heats. 4 to qualify. 8 laps for the 600 sprint heat races. 8 laps the distance. And we are ready, 2 by 2. Through the corner, headed to Michael Fry's green flag. We're underway. Zach Weisenflew got a break to the early lead. Weisenflew on top. Pretty good battle for second. Rochelle going to fall back to third from the pole. Moving into that runner-up spot right now. In the 22, Chase Weir. Rochelle will fight with Bartlett. The 4 to 54, that's the battle for third. Again, the top 4 go to the main event. Got Danny Buckafuska back there, the 86, fighting with JT Bierman for position number 5. Top 4 trying to break away here, settle it among themselves. But both JT Bierman and Buckafuska closing in on 4th place Dakota Bartlett. Going to be a 3-car fight for that final transfer spot. We're halfway through heat number 1. 4 down, 4 to go. Zach Weisenflew in cruise control right now. Out front, pulling away. Chase Weir, the 22 car, hanging on to second all by himself for the moment. 3-car fight now for third. Double R, or rather that's Perego, excuse me. The 4H of Anthony Perego right now third, while Bierman and Dakota Bartlett wage war right behind him. Perego trying to hang on to that number 3 spot with a white flag waving. Here comes that 3-car Hornet's Nest flying back into corner number 1. Bierman trying to get her wound up on the high side. Headed for Checker, the win to the 24W. Chase Weir second, wow, third and fourth, photo finish. Give third to the 76. JT Bierman, great charge, while Anthony Perego will finish fourth.
We're going to do the redraw down here real quick so they can work on the track. You want to let Richie Tobias know that? Okay.
Dakota Bartlett, Danny Buckafuska, Jacob Fisher, Luke McCloskey round out the running order in heat number 1. Second heat, all the pole, driving the 88Y, that's Justin Yohn. The 18D of Dylan Smith will line up second, and going third, driving the 66, that's Billy Koch. Amanda Onimus, the 51, will start fourth, going fifth in the C2, Colton Coladus. The 9W, the Big Dill, Weston Doakland, will start sixth, and going seventh, driving the 24, that's Kyle Hervey. Back in the 8th spot, driving Zach Light's number 11Z, it's Kyle Lick. Again, Lick starting 8th, going 9th. In the number 80, Anthony Tremontana. Anthony also pulling double duty here tonight. And the 10th and final starter in the 22K, Kate Mattern. Ready for green. Here they come. Storming into corner number 1. Justin Yohn going to dash out to the early lead. Pretty good fight for the runner-up spot. That's the 16, or rather the 18D, Dylan Smith, hanging on to that runner-up spot. Couple of drivers trying to charge their way from middle of the pack. Billy Koch, the 66, rides third. Got a pretty good scuffle for that fourth and final qualifying spot. Wheel to wheel into turns 3 and 4. Koch slides up the banking, opened the door for Weston Doakland in the 9W. Doakland cannot take advantage. Billy Koch hanging on to that number 3 spot. Headed for a halfway. Cross flags to the field this time. Justin Yohn, the 88Y, setting the pace, dancing away to a nice lead. Meanwhile, and Billy Koch caught a rut over there in turn 3. Billy's going to lose a couple of spots. Kyle Lick now into the picture. Kyle Lick in the 11Z, charging to the outside of Weston Doakland. 2 more trips around. Good job by the 18D. That's Dylan Smith in that runner-up spot. Kyle Lick now taking sole possession of third. White flag in the air. One more time around here in heat race number 2. Justin Young out of turn 4. He'll win it. Close race for second. Give it to the 18D of Dylan Smith. The 11Z of Kyle Lick winds up third. And the fourth and final qualifier, the 9W, Weston Doakland. So again, the 88Y, the 18D, the 11Z, and the 9W are the qualifiers. Anthony Tremontana coming up one spot short. Good one there. A lot of good racing from second on back. Now we move to heat number 3. On the pole, he is now a college graduate. He's got a mechanical engineering degree. We want to congratulate Connor Gross, the 14C, who is the pole sitter on his college graduation. The 19 of Jasper Zigafus will line up second, going third. And the 9X, Connor Mirabelli. The number 5, a two-time champion here, Christian Bruno, will start fourth, going fifth in the number 21. That's Zach Curtis. Starting sixth and driving the 24M out of New Jersey, Sammy March Jr. Seventh and driving the Triple X car, it's Adam O'Brien. Amanda Bouchel, car number 12, will start eighth. Going ninth in the number 16, Logan Dontonville. And the 10th and final starter in the 23M, Kenny Miller III. 4 more to qualify. 8 laps the distance. Ready for green. Here we go. Connor Gross, little tap of the back end. Oh, we got one going around. Looks like the 19 of Zigafus. In an immediate yellow. I think Jasper was trying to duck down as quickly as he could from his outside front row starting spot. Wanted that low groove. Gave Connor Gross a little doink into derriere there heading into turn number 1. And that may have messed up Jasper's line going into the corner as he spun. And now sitting sideways down there in corner number 3 is Jasper Zigafus. Want to welcome everybody watching on FloRacing, the home of the Short Track Super Series Modifieds is Flo. And we're happy to introduce those of you who may not be familiar. Number 1, we're introducing you to Action Track USA. And number 2, to the awesome, exciting action provided by these hyper racing non-wing 600 sprint cars. 49 of the 600s entering tonight's program. Everybody chomping at the bit to get out here and do some racing on the Kutztown Fairgrounds this year. And we'll try it again. Connor Mirabelli, the 9X, now starting outside front row. Zach Curtis going to try the high side off corner number 2. That's Zach into number 21. Getting her wound up a little bit into the fluff off turn 4, but he made it stick. Christian Bruno trying to follow Curtis through the pack. Zach Curtis to the outside of Connor Mirabelli. That's the fight for the number 2 spot. Bruno slipped a bit in the middle of the corner. He'll fall back. And how about Kenny Miller? All the way from dead last. Miller already up to 4th and into a qualifying position. Up front, Connor Gross almost won the point title here last season. He's looking for a little redemption in 2025. He is leading this heat race, but he has got a swarm of nasty 600s right behind him. Connor Mirabelli doing a nice job. The 9Z trying to stave off the challenge from Zach Curtis. Mirabelli second. Well, he was. Curtis will beat him to the stripe that time. As we complete lap number 5. It's going to be 2 to go this time by. Connor Gross out front trying to stretch his advantage. Meanwhile, Zach Curtis keeps working that higher line, and it's starting to pay off for him. It has carried him to the outside of Mirabelli. Oh, and we got trouble. One car on its side atop the banking in corner number 2. That's Adam O'Brien, the Triple X car. And the driver is okay. Get a thumbs up from the safety crew down there. Driver is okay.
Good to hear, Barry. If I could step in here just a second, we got some more people we would like to thank for the Short Track Super Series. Swagger Factory Apparel, based in Hageman, New York. Swagger Factory Apparel, the Northeast fastest growing motorsports safety gear and apparel company built for real racers by racers. Race with Swagger. And like Swagger Factory Apparel on Facebook or visit sfracewear.com to learn more. FX Caprera Car Companies. FX Caprera Car Companies, operating family-owned and operated dealerships across the North Country of New York State. FX Caprera Honda and Kia Watertown. FX Caprera Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram of Alexandria Bay. And we also have FX Caprera Ford in Ogdensburg. In addition to FX Caprera Harley Davidson Motorcycles and Trailer Sales in Adams Center. FX Caprera now in Central New York. Visit FX Caprera Syracuse at 228 Huntley Road in Phoenix, New York. The FX Caprera family of dealerships on the web at fxcaprera.com. All right, looks like we're ready to go back to racing. We'll have some more people to thank here for the Short Track Super Series, but Hyper Racing 600s ready to go back to green.
Back to green flag activity. Here we go. Connor Gross powering off corner number 2. Still with the race lead. That hot and heavy battle for the runner-up spot will continue now with a white flag waving. Curtis on the high side. Connor Mirabelli will not come off that bottom line. Great race for the number 2 spot. Connor Gross wins it over Mirabelli, Curtis, and Kenny Miller. So the 14C of Connor Gross victorious over Connor Mirabelli. Great race, great battle between Mirabelli and Zach Curtis. And how about Kenny Miller? All the way from the back of the pack, started dead last, and he finishes 4th to qualify. Christian Bruno, the number 5 car, 1 spot short. Heat race number 4 will go to the post in this order. On the pole, driving the letter Z, that's Chris Tittle. The number 10 of Joe Nemeth will line up second. And starting third, the number 91, Nate Freed. 4th starter, multi-time track champion here in both 600s and speedsters. Driving the 600cc Performance number 71, the Wheelmaster General, Timmy Buckwalder. The 76K Sonny Teat will start 5th, and going 6th in the number 56, that's Tyler Henry. Gabe Gerber, Sparks, is back with us tonight. Driving the number 83, Gabe now a full-time mechanic with High Limit Sprint Car Team. Able to take some time off, he'll race here in the number 83. In the 86, it's Adam Buchel, who will start 8th. Going 9th in the 95, Anthony Schlosser-White. And 10th, the 12S, Brianna Snyder. That is the field, and we are underway with heat race number 4. Chris Tittle, the letter Z car, hugging the bottom. Oh, he's got somebody doing a tap dance on his left rear. That would be the 91 of Nate Freed, and we're yellow. Problem in the middle of 3 and 4. We did take 1 lap. So 1 lap scored. That was the 12, Brianna Snyder, losing the handle down there, bringing out the yellow.
Some more of our STSS folks. We'd like to thank DKM Fabrications. DKM, operated by Dave Constantino and Eric Mack, driven to disrupt the dirt racing industry with superior products. Their advantage is a cutting-edge approach to designing cars that are unique to any that have ever been available on the market before. DKM also specializing in chassis repair, body fabrication, and custom products. Learn more on the web at dkmracecars.com, like DKM Fabrication on Facebook, or follow DKM_fabrication on Instagram. Also, thanks to JK Signworks. JK Signworks, located in-house at DKM Fabrication, your one-stop shop for all graphics and sign work, from lettering to trophies to signs both large and small, like JK Signworks on Facebook. To learn more, JK Signworks, DKM Fabrication, FX Caprera Car Companies, Swagger Factory Apparel, St. Lawrence Radiology, and Dig Race Products are presenting marketing partners.
Ready to get back to business. Here we go with 1 lap down, 7 remaining. Heat race number 4 for the 600 sprint. Joe Nemeth, the number 10 car, flying down the back chute. Ooh, got a little twitchy over there in corner number 3. He'll give up that runner-up spot. Nate Freed and Timmy Buckwalter coming after the leader, Chris Tittle. Freed is going to get by. Buckwalter going to muscle his way to second. Here comes Joe Nemeth as well. Nemeth on the comeback trail. Pole sitter, early leader, Chris Tittle back to 4th, and he is in a 3-car dogfight for that spot. Up front, Nate Freed, the number 91, showing the way. Timmy Buckwalter coming after him now in that runner-up spot. Halfway through it, 4 down and 4 to go. Joe Nemeth, a solid 3rd, and right now in the hot seat, in 4th, Tyler Henry in the number 56. 86 of Adam Buechel right behind Henry. Battle still going on, raging for that final transfer spot. Then comes the 86 of Adam Buechel back in 5th with a white flag in the air. 83 Gabe Gerber is right behind Tyler Henry. Then comes Buechel. Here they come for the checker. Nate Freed wins it over Buckwalter. Joe Nemeth and Tyler Henry finishing 3rd and 4th. Again, the 4 qualifiers out of that one, the 91 of Nate Freed, 71 Timmy Buckwalter, the 10 of Joe Nemeth, and the 56 Tyler Henry. 5th and final heat race for the 600s. And on the pole, driving the 4J, it's going to be Julian Rexroad. The 15L of Landon Smith will line up in 2nd. Going 3rd, Jace Marshall driving the 2J. Ford starter, already a one-time race winner. This year, back at the end of April, at the Speedway at Pagoda Motorcycle Club, driving Dave Bodine's Orange Crush, number 99, the natural Briggs Danner. 5th in the lineup. He almost pulled off the win this past Sunday night over at Pagoda, driving the number 14, that's James Roselli. The 10L of Lucas Kostick will start 6th. And going 7th, he finished 4th on Sunday night, but man, he was the show. Ripping the lip in the 28P, Gunnar Pio. Lining up in the 8th spot, the winner of more than $100,000 last year, racing all over the country in 600 sprint main events, the 21S, Steven Snyder Jr. And the 10th and final starter, he picked up his 2nd Action Track USA point title last season, driving the number 6. It's Hollywood Colin White. We are green and underway. And the yellow is out. Debris in corner number 1. Debris in corner number 1. The reason for the yellow. So it will be a complete restart.
Just like to sneak a couple more in here, Barry. American Racer Elias Tire bonuses at every short track Super Series event. The drivers between 6th and 10th and 11th to 15th are entered into drawings to win a certificate for a free American Racer tire, courtesy of American Racer and regional distributor Elias Tire of Indiana, PA. Learn more about American Racer distributor Elias Tire online at eliastire.net. And Barron's Performance Warehouse bonuses, the drivers finishing 4th and 9th, respectively, will receive $50 gift cards courtesy of Barron's Performance Warehouse. They're in Florida, New York. Learn more at barron's.com.
Julian Rexroad on the inside, Landon Smith on the outside. That's row number 1. Chase Marshall, Briggs, Tanner make up row 2, and we're going to try it again. Underway. Rexroad jumping out to the early lead. Tanner on the hammer down the back chute. He's going to go way up the banking in corner number 4. Get a big run down the front chute. Briggs, Tanner trying to make it work, and we've got one car around. Doing a little spinneroonie down here, corner number 1, to bring out the yellow with 1 lap complete.
Thanks also to BA Custom Headers sponsoring the redraw bonus. The STSS modified driver picking the worst number gets $50 courtesy of BA Custom Headers on the web at baheaders.com. Design Provision and Sunglass Central bonus. The STSS modified winner tonight will receive complimentary sunglasses courtesy of Design Provision and Sunglass Central with locations throughout Bucks County, Pennsylvania. Learn more online at designprovision.com or sunglasscentral.net. And Henry's exhaust bonus, the driver finishing 11th at every short track Super Series modified event will get a $50 certificate courtesy of Henry's Exhaust of Clay, New York. Like Henry's Headers and Exhaust Systems on Facebook to learn more.
One lap in the books. Here we go back to green. Julian Rexroad down to the bottom. Looks strong on that opening circuit. Oh, now he's going to get tag teamed. Couple of cars, including Danner, racing after the leader. Rexroad, though, at the head of the pack as we complete lap number 2. Chase Marshall, the number 2 car, looking strong up front. Now Danner's the meat in the sandwich in that battle for the runner-up spot. That is Gunnar Pio entering the picture. The white number 28P already up and into 4th, but he's going to get a challenge. Down to his inside. Oh, they are framming and bamming out there. Danner going to muscle his way to that 2nd spot. Gunnar Pio firing off the top side of corner number 2. Gunnar gets a little messed up now, down in 3. And he will give up 3rd to guess who? Rising Sun Maryland, Steven Snyder Jr. Never count out Snyder. 2 to go. This one's going by in a hurry. 2 to go this time. This is one you don't want to end, but it will. They're headed for the white flag this time. Julian Rexroad running the race of his life right now, holding off Briggs Danner, trying to get the heat race win. Snyder 3rd, Gunnar Pio 4th. Checkered flag to Julian Rexroad. Danner, Snyder, and Gunnar Pio are the final qualifiers. Great drive, picking up the heat race win, the 4J, Julian Rexroad. Runner-up, the 99 of Briggs Danner. 3rd, after starting 8th, the 21S, Steven Snyder Jr.
And fourth to qualify, the 28P of Gunnar P.O.
All right, Barry, thanks. We're going to step aside for a commercial break. Those watching at home on FloRacing, you're watching the Berks County Brawl from Action Track USA at the Kutztown Fairgrounds, the Bob Hilbert Sportswear Short Track Super Series, fueled by Sunoco. All right, we're in break. We're going to do the VA Custom Headers redraw, and then the track crew's going to do a little work, and then we're going to come back after the redraw with the 600 concept